This time of the year, every year, people talk about the Santa Claus rally. Is this phenomenon or market anomaly really true? Does it happen every year? I think the more important question is, if it's real, what do we do about it? If you're interested to find out, watch this video. Hello mga ka-RFF, this is Rex Mendoza from Rampver Financials. Kamusta po kayo? I hope you're all well and taking good care of yourselves because we heard another variant of the COVID-19 and this time it's the Omicron. So please do take care so that we still all have happy holidays this year. This Santa Claus rally has always been discussed this time of the year. Many people look at December as a great time to be more positive about market movements and investments. So kami po sa Rampver Financials, parang gusto naming alamin, totoo ba talaga to? So it's not coming up with just an anomaly that's passed on from year to year. We really want to check out, does it really happen? So ginawan po namin ang paraan. Number one, to get information about it because obviously we want to get down to the facts, whether this anomaly is supported or not. Second, we also want to tell a lot of people, should it be true or not, or does that put us as investors? What should we do about it? So let me tell you what we have done. We went back 5 years and got certain information. So every year from 2016 to 2020, this would be the points that we've determined. The closing PSEI the year prior, which is end of the year prior year. Then we took the end of that year to get what we call the annual yield. So PSEI beginning, which is the end of the year prior, and PSEI ending. That would be the yield for the year itself. But we took another data point. Kinuha po namin yung ending naman ng November. PSEI by the end of November, and we compare this to the end of December or obviously also the end of the year. We'd like to find out if there is a difference between the way the regular yield of the year goes and the yield of that particular year just within December. All the trading days of December. And this is what the data shows. For the last 5 years, the market was in the negative 3 times out of 5. 3 times out of 5. So it was negative in 2016, negative 1.6. It was negative in 2018, negative 12.76. And it was negative in 2020 at negative 8.87. Positive in 2017 at 25.11 and positive in 2019 at 4.68. Those are the yearly yields. Comparing it to the yield just for December, alam niyo po nakakatuwa, December, walang negative. From 2016 to 2020, lahat positive. November to December yield in 2016 was 0.88. For 2017, it was 3.69. In 2018, 1.33. 2019, 0.99. And in 2020, a whopping 4.87. So, lagi pong positive. Pero, i-compare pa natin yung mga positive ang buong taon doon sa November to December figures. So, because there are 2 years, 2017, na kumita yung PSEI ng 25.11. Kung titingnan po natin, ang average nun, 2.09. If you divide the whole year by the 12 months, kung ikakalkula natin, average yield for the year, 2.09 lang yun. Ang yield ng December, 3.69. And if we focus on the other one, which is 2019, 4.68. Ang average niyan for 12 months, 0.39 lang. Samantalang yung December, almost 1% at 0.99. So what does this tell you? Mukhang totoo itong sinasabi nating Santa Claus Rally. I think we all know it. Markets are not simply driven by fundamentals and facts and information. Talaga pong pumapasok yung sinasabi nating emotions, pumapasok yung sinasabi nating sentiment. And December might be real, most especially for us Filipinos, because I've checked many other places where people tried and tested the Santa Claus Rally, and the results were kind of spotty when you look at the US market, when you look at other markets, even within Asia. Sa Philippines po, siguro nga, we are Filipinos, bukal sa puso natin yung festive season ng Kapaskuhan, nahahawa talaga siguro itong market sa damdamin natin tuwing Pasko. So, I will still come up with the reasons why this probably would be happening. Ano ba talaga ang reasons kung bakit nangyayari itong Santa Claus Rally? Point number 1, it could be because of the January effect. Another anomaly and phenomenon na naman yun, January effect. Which is true. We might test that out in January, but ito pong logic nito ganito. In January, it's the start of the year. People look more positive at the start of the year. They look a little more optimistic about the year will unfold. So, in December, medyo inuunahan na ng mga tao yung January effect. When you look at December, people don't necessarily trade for just a month. They know when they come into December, they'll probably hold on to their investments, their stocks, well into the following year. Second, institutional players are already on leave. Alam niyo po, ang daming bakasyon ng December, especially in the Philippines. So yung ating institutional investors, fund managers, marami po dyan nakabakasyon na. So most of the traders are retail investors, and all the more, emotions and the sentiments get to be highlighted. Kasi alam naman natin, ang retail investors, syempre, mas emotionally driven than the objective-driven institutional players. Third reason, the Christmas bonus is released during December and late November. So maaari pong part of that goes into investment. And I hope it really does. Kasi alam niyo naman po, all these past years we've been advocating for that. We like people to grow and augment their investment portfolios during this time of the year, especially as they get bonuses which should not have formed part of their regular income stream. Also, we might also have to say there is increased economic activity, consumer activity, and a robust retail behavior in December. Uulitin ko po, lalo na sa ating mga Pilipino. Siyempre, nagbibilihan ng regalo at nagkakaroon ng higher velocity of the movement of money. So, nakakahawa na rin po yan sa ating merkado. In fact, this year and last year, I'll tell you, I go back to last year, yung yield ng December, 4%. Bakit? Alam naman natin yung buong taon, halos walang mobility because of the coronavirus. Pero pagdating ng December, bumalik po sa 80% ang foot traffic ng ating mga mall. So, that kind of a buoyant attitude spilled over into the market. Parang may konting signs of a strong recovery. Unfortunately, I think we all know by March of this year, we had another surge and another lockdown. Surprise of all surprises, we even have 2 strict lockdowns this year as we got into another surge with the Delta variant in August. But if you look at December of 2020, ang laki po ng palo nun, over 4%, while the whole year last year was negative 8+%. Lastly, I think we all know this, we are Filipinos, we're more optimistic in December. There's such a thing as a recency effect. Yung positive outlook natin, yung optimism natin, it permeates everything that we do in December. And I guess this one, I'd really want to tell a lot of the executives out there, di ba? Pagdating sa ating mga performance evaluation, that's why I teach a lot of leaders to take information across the quarters of the year para natatandaan nila yung mga ginawa ng particular employee na yun when they come up with their performance evaluation. You know why? Because if we don't, at ang ating evaluation only happens in December, guess kung ano po ang nagagawa natin. Yung ating optimism, yung ating festive vibe, abay napupunta sa ating mga evaluation. We become a little more forgiving. We become a little more generous. So lahat ng maling ginawa nitong empleyadong ito, all throughout the first 3 quarters, parang nakakalimutan natin. So ganun din ang impact nito dun sa merkado. That kind of a festive season gets to impact the way we behave and the way we act. So, clear na clear po. In the Philippines, obviously, a Santa Claus rally has very, very strong legs to stand on. Now, let me say a few caveats. Number 1, baka naman limited yung study namin. 5 years lang. Talaga pong ganon. Hindi ko naman talaga in-extend because, quite frankly, the more important question to answer is, what do we do about it? Number 2, in some other studies, I get to notice ang kinukuha nila yung last 2 weeks of the year lang. So parang siguro iniisip nila, dun talaga dumating si Santa Claus. No, I really wanted to test the whole of December. Why? Kasi Pilipino tayo. Alam niyo, mga Pilipino, nag-uumpisa na sa festive atmosphere pagdating pa lang ng Burr months. And this is intensified during the month of December. So we really wanted to look at the whole of December. So again, different studies, different parameters, sometimes they go back 10, 20 years, fine. But as far as we are concerned, clear na clear po, mukhang may basis talaga ang bagay na ito. But as I've said, the real question to answer is what do we do about it? But before we go into that, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you to include us in your mindset for the festivity of the season. Alam niyo po, tingnan niyo yung ating subscribers, over 96,000 na. 4,000 na lang, mai-hit na namin yung milestone ng 100,000 subscribers. Wouldn't that be such a great thing to have this Christmas season? So mga ka-RFF, sana matulungan niyo kami to hit this milestone in our YouTube channel. Maybe we'll come up with quite a little request. Pwede po ba i-share ninyo itong video ito at ang aming channel to some friends that you have? 1, 2, or 3 friends, and hoping maybe some of them will subscribe to our channel. Not that we're really saying this is a milestone we have to hit. No, it is but an indication to us that we're doing the right thing and we're making a difference to people's financial journeys. By sharing this with your friends, sana po ang totoong pakiramdam natin ay natulungan kayo ng channel na ito at gusto nyo itong i-share sa iba para sila naman ay matulungan din at mabigyan din ng mga lessons that will guide them in their journey towards the achievement of financial security and prosperity. That being said, let's now go into what do we do about it. Siguro po, if you know us for a long period, you know we're not going to be advising people to take advantage of this situation and trade the market. We still believe in long-term, disciplined, continuous, and consistent investing. So ang real advice namin, be that as it may na may Santa Claus rally, let us stick to our investment strategy. Let us not become so opportunistic na alam natin magandang magiging market, we will put in money, that we will take out money and try to make a profitable trade. Sana po maging matuwid ang pananaw natin sa mga bagay na yan. If you're really a trader, this might be a good time to take advantage. But if you're a long-term investor, doing this for the education of your children, the dream house you're going to be having for your family, the retirement for yourself and for your loved one, and maybe even funds for business. If you're going to be looking at those objectives, then long-term investing is a must. So you're not going to be looking at this December Santa Claus rally phenomenon as an anomaly to simply take advantage of. Pero talaga pong gusto namin for you to be able to take a position if you can. Why? You just got a Christmas bonus. If you have a Christmas bonus or if you have extra funds for December, you have to make it count. All throughout the year, we are in a position to take a bigger commitment to grow our investment portfolio. Kaya po importante din, this time of the year, while galante tayo sa ating paggasta, medyo isipin po natin, dapat galante din tayo sa pagpapalago ng ating investment portfolio. You know what? We ran a poll para po kaming nagkaroon ng survey about how people will use or spend their 13-month pay. And that will be the topic of my next video. Pero ang importante po, sana gawan po natin ang paraan para naman, to make this bonus, to make this extra money count, let us make sure it gets connected to our future financial goals and dreams. Lastly, it is also a good time at the end of the year, always this time of the year, it will be good to revisit, review, and clean up your portfolio. Revisit, review, and clean up your portfolio. Because we have a bit of time during the holidays. Ang dami pong holidays ng mga Pilipino during the Christmas season. So, set aside time to look at your investment portfolio, check out how it fits or how it relates to your objectives, and make sure maglinis-linis din tayo. Alam niyo po, this becomes relevant because I have a number of friends who have asked me to help them to check out their portfolio. Nakakagulat po, minsan ang liliit ng kanilang base pero ang dami nilang hawak na stocks, ang dami nilang hawak na assets. Ano pong ibig sabihin nun? They accumulated all of these purchases, they've accumulated all of these positions over time, and they didn't even check them out. Nagbago na ba ang kwento ng kumpanya or stock na yun? Medyo napabayaan na. Kasi alam niyo, ang Pilipino, di ba? Pag naiipit, long term. Diba? So, it might be a good time. Some of the stocks you own might be better off sold to be put in positions that will do better for 2022. And some of your good positions also need to get augmented. So the end in mind is to have a portfolio by the end of the year where every stock, every asset class will be worth its weight, because moving into 2022, that's the kind of base that you'd really want to grow. Tanggalin na natin yung mga dead weights dyan. Yung talagang palagay natin, wala na medyong pag-asa, tumaya na tayo ng tama. So if we can trim down our portfolio, make sure that we have only real, deliberate, winning positions that we can expect, then I think our performance moving forward will be better. I hope, mga ka-RFF, nakatulong sa inyo ang bidyong ito at meron tayong dagdag kaalaman para sa ating mga financial journey. Ito po uli si Rex Mendoza from Rampver Financials, wishing you all the very best this coming month of December 2021. Blessings always.